Hi family, welcome back to our YouTube channel.
Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel, guys.
Yes, this is another episode of Forever Together with
The Ekimas. Please like, comment, subscribe, share.
Turn on that notification bell. If it is your first time here, welcome to the family.
If you're continuing, if you maybe say you're returning subscriber, please, you're welcome. We love you guys. Thank you. Let's build together this family.
So, what are we discussing today?
Okay. So today we're discussing something that we have always wanted to discuss.
I'm a guest to the show as well, guys.
You're not a guest.
I don't know today's. I'm a guest in the sense that I am listening from you.
Okay.
I don't know what you have for us. So I am a guest and I'll just be asking where I need clarity, but we are hearing from you mostly.
So guys, there's a question we have always wanted to discuss, and today is the day.
Yeah.
Actually, my baby also doesn't know, but I need to shock her. So today we're discussing the things.
I don't know if you guys are able to hear us. Are they able to? I think we might need
yes,
to
you are. Yeah.
There's a lot of wind here.
Yeah. The things that men need in a marriage or in a relationship. Things
men need in a marriage or relationship.
Yes. Okay. So so that's what we're going to be discussing,
all
guys.
Things men wish women knew. So even me, I'm here. Baby, I want to hear. What do you want?
I'm about to shock you.
I don't know if you guys go through the same thing, but I find myself asking my husband every time, what do you need from me? What are your main needs?
Yeah, I think we've had that conversation several
many
times, every time.
But I always feel like it evolves, so I have to keep checking on you. So he's representing himself, but also the man.
Yeah.
Okay, so shoot.
Welcome to Forever. This is our perfect synchrony, like leather and feathers. No matter the weather, we can storm the umbrellas. Take a stroll in my heart. Let's take this further when I'm beside you, baby. See my stakes get better. Let me bet it all. Destiny vendettas. Rosy the emotional description of this love. I am yours, you are mine. The only thing that matters now. We are the Ekimas.
So what do men need? Things that men need. Number one thing that men need in a marriage is sex.
Really? It's the number one need.
It may not be the ultimate, but sex.
Okay.
The reason why men get married, by the way, it's because of sex. Sometimes you get married because you want to legitimize sex. Somebody is there craving, you know?
That's a baby.
Yeah. Hey,
I didn't know.
You didn't know? You think marriage is a show? My love. Nama guys, you can't get married and you keep your virginity.
Of course no, but I didn't. Okay, I know. So anyway, when you said the biggest need for men being sex, what are we talking about? How regular is this sex? Is there a number to it? Is it? Or it's relative?
No, it depends. And again, but every man needs sex. That one, of course. Number one, by the way, you should know that our appetite, our love for sex, men compared to the women, is a bit high. You know that, baby. So
depending.
Yeah, no, men is appetite.
Okay, the general
rule.
Yeah,
the general rule is that our appetite is high. So we love sex, and not with any other person, but still also a man can have sex with multiple women, and there are no strings attached, by the way. It's not out of his heart. Whereas for you, you will offer sex to get love.
Yeah.
A man will just have sex because he wants to have sex. So that appetite is high generally for us men. So number one reason why, guys, it's sex basically. And even the Bible says go and multiply. You can't multiply when you're not having, guys, what? Sex. So guys, men need sex in the marriage.
Okay.
So you have asked me a question, how often? It depending, but when you're young, you know, same story with us. When we just got married, almost every day.
That's true.
But also, it's what's funny
is too
much. The excitement is, I think, too much. But the more you grow older, you start reducing, the appetite starts going down.
But it's important that it's kept up.
You have to at least get a routine. within your marriage.
Yeah, sometimes you have to
3 times. Madam must know that every Wednesday something is going down. Oh,
Don't forget even, because also when you overschedule, that's if you have a busy schedule. Because also overscheduling, I feel like kills the spontaneity.
Let me drink to sex. Guys, please, let's have sex.
Oh, good.
Please, ladies, do not deny your main sex. But also men, we need to also know, baby. You know, it's also important because, let me qualify this. You also need to know, because we as men, we sometimes demand for sex, and sometimes you're not in that place, or sometimes you are in whatever happened to you, lady, you'll have to give us what's up. So you may not be in the mood, or maybe you are something disturbing you. There are different things that happen. So also it's good to understand. It's good you to understand your partner, and you know if they're in the mood. They're not in the mood, turn them on. Switch on the lights, guys. Tune it, make that bed. Me, I'll tell you, I will know that today it's going to go down. The moment my wife starts making the bed, organizing some things and what, you'll
the whole ambience.
You will know that something is going to happen. Yeah, something's about to go down. So that's also important. So have sex. So men need sex in a relationship, in a marriage. Men want sex.
Okay.
And that's one thing that you find every man. That's why you see, I think, after a man is after vibing you, and the next thing they want is sex.
Let's get to the next.
For them, it's that. So yeah. So the most important one, and it's in the Bible.
But then why do men? Anyway, I think we talked about it. Why do men cheat? I think we discussed it. Let me not go into it.
The appetite is high, but also it's character.
I think it's more of character.
Yeah, it's character.
Because we all have appetite.
Yeah, we all have appetite, but it's more of character. The man will cheat because he has decided. Those are the choices you have decided to take, and you can't say that I cheated because you didn't offer me sex. I mean, that's an excuse.
Yeah.
I mean, you have her for eternity. You have her until death do your part. So you will have it. You may not have it today. You'll have it the next day. So it's just an excuse. And which excuse?
Because some, even when they're having sex with their wives, they still cheat. So
still
okay.
So you can still also offer sex and nothing happen, and the guy continues cheating.
Yeah.
But again, it goes back to my appetite that sometimes it's just character.
Yeah.
The next important issue that men need, by the way, and this is very important.
Are you hearing?
Very, very important. Men need respect, baby. When it comes to respect, every man wants respect. I think we have had that conversation time and again. And it's not that it just comes natural. Like, that's one thing that a man loves. We want to feel like, yeah, I'm the man in the house. And I think it goes back to the beginning and all growing up, but naturally, man, all what a man wants is we fight for those things, you know. I think you've heard where somebody is like my integrity, my respect in society. Yeah. So it is something that we strive to have. It's something that we want. And the moment you do not give that man that respect, hell is going to break loose. So for us, actually, if we are to quote our love is more of respect. If you give me respect, I'll give you the love.
That's true. And in fact, for men, if you don't respect them, what it communicates is I don't love you.
Yes, and we have that. I think, exactly.
It's different.
Yeah, we have had that conversation. Yeah.
If you don't love me, then you don't respect me.
Yes.
So if we're in public, maybe a woman, if you don't maybe hold her hand, you don't help her, for her what she feels is she feels embarrassed first of all, because she takes pride in her man loving on her, even in public. So in a way it's disrespectful, because you feel embarrassed. Or if you're in public and your man is shouting at you, you feel embarrassed. So, and the same thing for the men. Yeah, so
now for us it's once you trust me, if you give that guy respect, if you give that man respect, he will love you, will return. It somehow it just returns back that love, because that's what we fight for, that's what we want. At our workplaces, childhood, if you look at a girl and a boy wants to be noticed. Like, those are things we fight for. Honor, we fight for. It's let me say ego, it's pride. Like, we pride in that respect. Anybody who comes in between there, you'll find a man feels like, this one belittled me. How can you belittle me? How can you? So It's one thing that we need, not only even in from your wife, but it's much better since we're talking about marriage. When it comes from the wife.
No, even for the wife, I think for the wife it's even much more.
Much more.
If he needs it from the world, how about you?
What about the world? Yeah. What about you? So, my advice actually is to once you offer that respect, you give the respect, the love will come. Trust me, the love just flows. You know that we have, and respect in every sense. You have to keep asking. Respect also keeps evolving. I mean, somebody may just want. I don't want you to. I feel like when you tell me get something, and at that point you feel like maybe you're disrespected, ordering me around, or stuff like that. So it's good to understand, because it's important to understand what your partner wants,
how they define
respect, and love them how they want their respect. Give them their respect the way they want it. So respect is key.
And maybe what I wanted to ask was still on that. I think the question was what does this respect look like? And I like that you've said it's relative, it's different for different men. Maybe you can give the examples just to be specific, because some men might say you need to kneel down. And maybe one thing I wanted to say for the ladies, so before you get married, especially those who are not yet married, even those who are married, you watch all these videos, like our videos or any other, or you read books, and there's this way that defined maybe things to be done. Maybe what I wanted to say is that you need to find how to respect your spouse, not to respect men. People write how to respect men. Yes, but your spouse might be different. So for some men, they might want kneeling down. Others, you must cook my meal. And of course, we're not saying abuse. I think there's a thin line.
And for us, I think what has worked for us.
So I was asking you, what is it? Well, give us examples of when do men feel disrespected? What are those things that might make a man feel disrespected? Of course, not forgetting the fact that, like you said, it's relative. But just
number one is, before I answer your question, let me first talk about us. We got married, of course, different tribes and all that. But when we come home, and everybody has viewed respect in their own way, or even the woman has viewed love in their own way.
Or even maybe view respect in a different
way, because maybe you've grown up seeing your father, mother doing this and this in another way, so you want to bring it in the marriage. The same way happens to the man. So what is more important in a relationship? I think we had that conversation. We have to sit down and you define what love is, what respect. You define the rules and everything that you want in your home, in your context, your own, that you people feel comfortable. So there are those things that somebody will say to me, you may not do this unless we have had a conversation about it. So if you do not do that, the man will feel disrespected, that I told you not to do ABCD, don't buy this until we have a conversation. So if you go against that, the man will feel disrespected.
Interesting.
You feel like this woman never listens to me. You get who does she listen to? So for us, we shall equate everything. If let's say you want to get something done and it's not done, we shall equate it to disrespect. Whereas for you, and you know about that argument back and forth, when I don't do something, you equate it to that I don't love you. If I'm not helping you do something, that means you don't love me. So that's what happens for us now, men. If I tell you to
interpret things totally different. And I think no, first continue, sorry.
So you find that element only, that there are small things, by the way. Petty small things. Of course, there are the general ones. In public, you're not going to call your husband, wait, come. I mean, that's now too much. Or you, what? But there are, what normally is called disrespect, what men call disrespect, is small things that maybe say he has told you to do something and you've not done it. Feels like it equates love to disrespect. You're disrespecting me. I think it used to happen to us when I say this one and then you're like this. I tell you maybe something that I get for me that and you do not get it for me. Then you're like, I'm like, but you don't respect me.
I think maybe to clarify, you are always asking for help.
Yes.
Not ordering.
Yes. And yes, asking for help.
I think also ordering.
Yeah, then sometimes you take your time to do it.
Yes.
Maybe say you're trying to get something
because
done.
Because in my opinion, someone should never order you.
Yes. So you take
order,
of course. So you take your time.
But even when you would request, I would take my time. Either I'm still on my phone or I'm finishing up something.
So yeah. So those small things to a man it's disrespect. And again I will say that you need to find what respect is in your context, in your marriage. You need to know that. I mean, there are guys who want you wake up, you kneel down, you do what. Those who love that, they see it as a form of respect. So, but again, respect does not mean that your opinion does not matter. And I will say it again. I am an advocate for that. A woman's opinion matters as much as a man's opinion matters, because you need to have a conversation. And we have said this: let the superior idea take the day. You do not need to dictate because I am the man. I have said ABC. The moment you have to say I am the man in the house, you're losing the argument. Whenever you have to resort back to I am the man in the house, what I've said is final, then you lose the argument. That means you're losing the argument. You are now ordering. You're now a dictator. So I encourage to have people to couples or to have at least a discussion. Have a discussion. Let somebody's opinion. Yes, much as this one's opinion may not take the day, but let it be that. Let it not be an order or command. Yeah. I
think I like what you said. That so for me, this subject of respect and all always confused me, because and the reason it confused me was again interpretation. For me, it brought me so much clarity and understanding when I figured that how I interpret being unloved. You interpret it as disrespect.
Yes.
You won't say I don't feel loved when you didn't do ABCD. It will feel disrespect to you.
Yes.
So for me, that understanding it helped me a lot. And it's not that respect is higher than love. No. Even love is also
equally.
It's just that the feeling that when you do ABCD, I feel a certain way. For me, when you do ABCD, I feel unloved.
Yes.
When you do certain ABCD, you feel disrespected. But really, what we're trying to say is, we feel unloved, both of us. But it's just a different feeling.
Language, yeah.
And so for me, I think it helped me when I understood that, because an example you've used where you say, "Oh, please help me with this," and maybe I'm taking my time or not able to. It's the same way when I also come to you and I say, "Hey, baby, help me." Maybe with the dishes, or help me, I don't know, it can be anything. And you don't, for me, I feel unloved. It won't be disrespect, but it's feeling unloved. So we both feel the same thing, which is why we always advocate that if you want something from your wife, give her the same. If she wants the same, give her. If she's helping you, help her as well. It's not a two-way street. Because again, respect and love, it's not like this. They are both, both have that need. The same way the man has the need to be respected, the woman has a need to be loved. So for me, when I started looking at it in that sense, that when I don't do this, I'm taking away from him what he would.
And maybe to give it context, you know the Bible, God gave us that commandment. It said, husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church. Wives, respect your husband. So that is our commandment. You want love, we want respect, and God was spot on when it came to that. So He knew what He had created. So that is what is given. So ladies, you must give the respect. For us, ours is even bigger. We must love you as Christ loved the
gave
church.
Up his life.
And He gave up His life for what He loved. So so that's the kind of the bar. You know, you've already hinted on my next point, which is a man needs a helper. And that was in the Bible, Genesis. It is not good for man to be alone, Genesis. And the moment man was not alone, God said, let's make for him what? A helper. So A man needs a helper. We need helpers. You know, you've simplified my work at home. Like, I'll be there chilling, food is ready. What is that? You ladies, you organize. You see, baby, you know, you organize. I was already telling you about. She will organize the room. She will do this. Now, those are things for us men we struggle with. Okay, of course, there are exceptions. I mean, there are guys who can organize, can do that. But I'm talking about the general rule, like majority of the men. Small things get them not. So women have that. God created you to be our helpers. So you help us in those ways. Women organize. Women will look at. I'll give an example in our relationship. I think you know I have told you. Me, I'll make the quick decision that yes, we're going to do this and this and this. Now my wife will look at every nitty-gritty that needs to the dot. This execution. What to the
what
dot.
What could go wrong?
You get it? I mean, that's something I can't do. And that's why you come in the helper. And the organization, what I was telling you, that in the home, generally, women, we are not that, you know how neat you ladies are, you know how neat you are, you pack this, you put this here, this must be here, this must be here, you get. Again, this is the general rule. There are those men that, there are exceptions, but I know there are a few. The general rule takes the day, who are also the same. So you find that only simplifies our work.
Yeah.
You find that yes, in whatever way, whether they're making sure your things are done, your clothes are done, yes, some of the iron, yes, this and this. So when it's this business, you're reminding man, we are so forgetful. By the way, men, we forget so much. We are so forgetful apart from money. when say man is chasing, we will not forget that one. Oh yeah, something. But in those most small things, you find that men are so forgetful. So that's when women come in. So a man needs a helper. You need somebody who will be there. As they say, behind every successful man, there is a successful woman. Although I don't subscribe to that, why should the woman be behind? He must also be in front.
Side by side.
Hey, he must be around. Let's walk the journey together. So that's what it is. The men want that. We need helpers. We need people who are going to solve our problems. Who are going to say, oh, this.
Yeah.
And once that, you know how men want to be seated. It's general. Someone wants to sit there and he knows things are sorted. Eh? I have somebody who calls it that for him is the manager. Eh? The woman is the supervisor. Says, ask the supervisor. She gets things done.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we need a helper. So that's
So for me, my question with helping, and maybe someone out there could also be having it. Where is the place? Does that mean that men don't like to help? Because now I know many women are just like, but is it still that we should be we should be the supervisors alone, or the men should also be supervising? Because you know we all wake up, we have work to do, life is busy. Is it? I don't know. Is it because? I don't know. What do you have to say about that?
You know, I think now what I have to say about...
And is the context of helping only in the home? Or?
No, everything, in every aspect. That's what I was telling that for us now, it was in the context of business. But what happens is that the helping is... everybody needs help.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there are things that somehow ladies do much. It comes natural. I don't know if there are things also that come natural to men. I don't know if you're helping, but there are things which you will want to get done. That's why I was giving you certain examples of certain things. There are things that come natural to men, and there are things that will come natural to women. And that's the general rule that me, I can be stuck on what we are going to eat. You know that happens. Or you have like, you come to restaurant, you have like and for me, what I ate in the last time when we had a date is the same food I want to eat again. It's the same food I will eat again. For you have those. Yeah. I mean, that's when now I'm giving you just an example where you're coming. But as coming back to you, that help is also, we also were there supposed to also help. Much as we do this, our job is to delegate. We all delegate. We all do. We complement each other.
Partners.
Yeah, we are partners in this. That where I am weak.
Yes.
Now my weak spots, you feel it. Where you have your weak spots as the man in the home, also come and feel him. Yes, and there are some things where we must also take as men. We as men must also protect. I think that is what you discuss. But our job is to protect our home, to provide that security.
Yes.
That when my family is under attack, I'll take the blame as the man. I'll be like, no, I'll do that for my family, for my wife. So help, everyone needs help. We are supposed to help. Of course, I'm not saying that, guys, sit down, relax, let the woman do this. Auntie, you are my helper, you're supposed to help. No. The generation we're in, the situation, things have changed. We are all helping. At the end of it all, we're all breadwinners. If man is working, woman is working, you're bringing together to better your home, to help. So,
and in other contexts, the man could be a stay-at-home. I don't know if that's common in Uganda, but I'm sure it's there.
Yeah, so you complement each other. That's all I can say. Fill in for where this one is not, where this one is, you fill in.
Okay.
So you have I exhausted that?
Yes, you have. You have really explained it well.
The most another point.
And I think the other sorry, my love, that helping. Maybe what I can also say about helping is that it's even emotionally and psychologically. Do not be a wife that is detached. You don't know what is happening. Business are being run. You're not there. Someone, a husband cannot say, I can leave this in this woman's hands and she'll handle it. I don't know what you have to say about that. I think it's also important for the woman to be involved as part of being a helper, that in the event that he's not there, he knows I have left someone in charge.
Absolutely.
The kids will be well taken care of. She will run it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I am not. Don't be a crippled wife, if I should put it that way. Yeah, that's the additional I put on being a helper.
Yeah, and I agree with you. Is that at the end of it all, it's for the family to become one. You're one. It's our money, our children, it's our everything. So at the end of it all, you must take charge. By ladies, actually, by you women doing that, you find that you're also enabling yourselves. We're encouraging you to become better. It's also a form of training. See, you're helping, but it's also a form of training that you find that maybe say there's this business, and now you're the one managing it. You're helping him run the books. You're helping them do. It's just knowing about, and tomorrow it helps both. So it's important that you work as a team. So the other point that is very important, we men want. We need the peace of mind. As sad as it is, I know, but as sad as it means and as it sounds, we need that. I mean, sometimes we just want quiet time. You want to be alone, you just want to be, and whereas you ladies are,
you want quality time for you want quiet time.
Somebody wants
quality what?
Yeah, you want quality time. Yes,
you want quality time, then men want quiet time.
Yes, so have to balance. Sometimes a man just wants to sit down and first absorb things, man. First think, what's his peace of mind?
You know, there are times we're driving maybe, and I ask my husband, baby, this and this and this happened. What do you think about it? What are your thoughts? And you keep, I'm like, but baby, I'm asking you, not giving me. So he's like, I am trying to digest, I'm trying to think about it. I'm like, how long does it take to think? It's just giving you peace of mind. But men process things in a different way. Women, we are just quick like, hey. Still trying to put the puzzle together.
Yes, and sometimes men just want to chill. Somebody wants to just relax. I mean, okay, not relax per se, but I mean, you just want to have a peace of mind. And it will go back to a home. If you make your home, you know, a home is supposed to be a safe place. I think I've talked about a home is supposed to be a safe place whereby I've been at work, my boss has been abusing me, or I've been this deal has jammed, I've done this, the car got stuck, this deal has not come, this issue has not come. You have a lot of things in your head that are all stuck. You need to just go home and have that peace. Then you reach home and then you find you didn't buy this. This was missing. This guys, man, you're nagging the guys. So I think it's in the Proverbs 21 where where they were talking about where women who make a home not habitable for the family. So you don't need to be nagging. Sometimes women just want to be quiet.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong. Sometimes I just keep quiet and I want to just relax and process certain things that have been going on.
Wrong.
And my baby will be like, baby, what's wrong? What happened? Have I annoyed you? Are you okay? Did I do anything? And I'm like, no, madam, there's nothing to do with you. And that also ends up annoying her that how comes it's nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
So, but it's in men. It's a general rule basically. A man wants to sit down and relax and and have that quality time and have that peace of mind. When it comes to a home, he wants to come to a place where he's in a place where it's quiet and all that. So it's kind of a bit.
So how does someone reconcile that? Or maybe it's a lifetime, it's a compromise thing. How do you reconcile with the woman? Let's say she has been home all day, taking care of the kids. I remember that would happen like when you're on maternity leave. Oh, I'm sure for the stay-at-home moms that happens. Yeah. She has been home with the kids. She's so busy. She's working. And when the man comes back home, of course, she needs someone to talk to. She has been talking to babies.
You almost start
like speaking baby language. And finally someone comes home. And like, now I can have someone to jazz. Have someone, But at that time, you're also trying to regroup, process, and digest what happened during the day. So how is that reconciled?
Yeah, so
for the men and for the women, and the issues of quality time, which most women.
Of course, quality time is more important, and that's what I've said. That you can still reconcile. You can have a conversation. I think we used to do that.
We
come back
do.
And
that's why
we
I
had
wanted
a
to
conversation.
Give tips.
So how we could do is that you have. That's what I was saying. You have a conversation that is now not stressful.
Yes.
You don't have a conversation that is stressful. Like, okay, this and this, like. You're taxing me, you're stressing me to think again. I have to think about the same thing. I want to have, okay, how are you, my love? How are you doing? Yes, this, how are the kids? Now that's the conversation you want to have. That's totally detached from work, detached from business, detached
what
from
went wrong,
what went wrong, detached from what you didn't buy, what you forgot to bring on the way.
Why did you do this?
Why did you
that's
do
not
this?
The time to.
Now that's not the time to have that conversation. So
that's perfect.
Yeah, once you get that, you have first gauge. It's also important both the way we gauge your mood and know, okay, now she's this. When do you bring her? So it's important that you just gauge the mood. Another point that women feel like we really love is that we love to have fun. Okay? We want to have fun with you.
Yeah.
Men love fun. We love fun. Okay, let me put it that way. We love fun, and our fun is collective. I think I've told you. You know how I love soccer, and how you tricked me that you love soccer also. Okay, sometimes
I tricked you.
Yes, sir. You say, but you end up sleeping. But still.
Yeah, okay. I thought you were saying I gave you a misrepresentation.
No. I'm saying,
I have never said I love soccer, but
you try. You are there.
Yeah.
So we love to have fun, man. We love to have fun. The same. Women also love to have fun, but we love fun. We want to connect. We want to get this. Sometimes you just want to have that fun. Like we are happy people, so we want to be happy.
Yeah.
And that happiness. You don't want data.
Time for seriousness.
Every time serious. We want to have
fun. And women, we do that a lot.
And you women, you're so serious. Sometimes somebody wants to joke, wants to have fun, wants to do this. We are so playful, and you know that, baby. Want to tickle, you want to do this.
Oh, is it?
No, this. So we are fun. So the advice I would give is that it's good you identify what makes your spouse happy. Which fun activities do they want? What do they love? So you feel into, so that now that brings in the quality time. That now you get to meet both needs. Like what I did with you, I knew that you wanted quality time. So I created quality time by us spending yes, what I also want. If I want, let's go for this road trip. we are going together. You are there. I'm meeting your need, which is quality time. Whereas also I'm enjoying my road trip because I want to travel. I want to do this.
Yeah.
When we are going to the gym, as we said, we did it together because we all had a goal, but we are again spending time together. I think it's this YouTube for us now. We meet and have to. It's again quality time. So I'm meeting her need, we are all meeting, but we're doing something. So you need to know, what does she like? Is she a fan of cooking? Is she a fan of this? Is she a fan of, or is he a fan of this? You need to know what activities your guys is up to. You get, we're going here, yes, madam is around. Your wife is around, it keeps you, and that's what we were like, oh my God. I do this with my wife. I no longer do this here. As I gave an example that instead of me going to watch soccer with the boys because it makes me fun, like we shall do this. I have my wife, I will jazz about this player and she doesn't know. Yeah, only that she will over ask questions and I'm like, please,
guys, actually this is what happens. I used to come to watch football. My husband is quite interesting. I would come like, okay, today I want to come and watch. Because me, I can't just sit there. Then he's screaming, I'm not knowing what the screaming is about. So I would ask questions. I'm like, so who is this? In the meantime, I'm asking questions at a point where they're about to score. And it's just like, you know what, nothing, just keep quiet. Let me watch. In no second, I've already blacked out. So
it's important. You guys just know what.
But I think you need to work on that also.
Yeah, but I mean, just
take
know.
Take the time, take me through. It's like when I find in the middle of a movie, my husband doesn't want to explain the history. Then how will I jump into it?
I mean, that bothers me. I'm like, man, sit down and get filled in. But I think it goes back to your nature. Like women, I think you talk much. You want to talk every time you're engaged.
You want to understand.
You're so talkative. So it's part of your nature.
We want to understand.
So it's part of your nature. So you find that for us it goes. So get to know which kind of activities the guy likes, and then you blend in. But also, guys,
I've learned to do my homework before I come for his things. Because clearly, he didn't want to labor with us answering questions.
That's too much work, my love. I'm watching a game again to explain to you now. By the time I'm explaining to you something and I've missed it, so
it's already good.
So it's important that you identify those things that make you fun and things that you love to do together, things that so maybe just to this one cuts across, but I think men also want it. I think I've come to realize majority of the men love words of affirmation.
That's true.
Yeah, we love to feel like, yes, my wife is appreciating. When I say love of affirmation, those are the love languages: quality time, act of service, love of words of affirmations, and all that. So majority of men love words of affirmation, want to be affirmed. We feel like sometimes we do a lot, and at the end of it all, you guys we don't get a thank you. Like you make it look like you are supposed to do it. Yet whereas for us, when you cook the food, we'll be like, thank you for cooking. Oh, thank you for doing this.
Some don't. Some also feel that.
Yeah. But
I hear you, and the more you appreciate, the more the person is encouraged.
And the more you appreciate us, man, the more if I buy you this gift, if I go out of my way to make sure that you are happy, or this need of yours is met, and there's no thank you, it discourages generally. So for us men, we want that. And
giving compliments.
Yeah,
so
compliments,
most women actually don't. They think men are the ones supposed to compliment. You need to tell the man you look handsome, like
exactly.
To the banner again.
Because if you don't, somebody there out there, is busy complimenting. And of course we're not saying
but
that.
But it shouldn't be a competition.
It shouldn't be a competition because at the end of it,
genuinely compliment the person.
Somebody smart, you know. Then basically acts of service. Once a man has done something, someone wants to feel, you say that, oh, thank you for doing
that
this.
That was good. You did well.
And you see, my wife does it. It's a tricks on me. as I'm doing this, baby, I like how you did this.
Maybe they are not tricks. I genuinely appreciate.
Okay, yeah, genuinely, okay.
I do genuinely appreciate.
I find myself doing this and I'm like, what? Since when did I start washing these things? These cups. Now you find me also trying to impress that. Let me fix you, let me pour face. Because she has appreciated, like, oh, thank you, Bana. You have served me, yeah. Because then sometimes maybe in the middle of the night she's trying to do some work, she's trying to get her deadlines or whatever, really get her things done. And I'm like, hey baby, some tea here. Like, oh, thank you, you thought about me. But we also want that. We also want that. Yeah, we want to be appreciated. A man also wants to be appreciated that I've done this. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for doing this. Most men I've seen, they love the words of affirmation, and once you do that, the next thing is we boast amongst our boys, man. Hey, oh man, I got her this, and she said she was very excited.
You boast, baby?
No, I'm saying, but yeah, it's in the nature of men.
Okay.
They'll be like, oh yeah, have that conversation, and like, yeah, my wife does this, and so that's one of the things. Affirm them, tell them, guy, you look handsome, you look good, you do this. Those words of affirmation, you're doing this, thank you for taking care of the family, thank you for doing this.
Even the obvious, by
yes, even the obvious.
You know, like one thing, so when I just gotten married, I really, really appreciated you so much, so much. Like even in the little, you're a very, very kind person, very kind, very selfless. But for me, just all my life, I think, and I didn't realize, I think marriage kind of brought it forward as not one. I would appreciate people, but I didn't tell them. You know, like your parents, they do all these things for you. You appreciate them, you love them. You can't even tell other people, but you just forget to tell them.
Yeah.
Until I later realized that, you know what, I think I need to do more, and that's when I started being intentional and saying, you know, even when my husband. You know, sometimes I even thank you on like the most basic things, and you're like, no, why are you thanking me? That's my role. But I'm just like, no. Yes, it's your role, but you could choose not to do it.
Actually, that's one thing that you struggled with. You would love, appreciate, but you will not go ahead to be like, okay, baby, you know.
Yes, I never used to.
Yes, you never used to.
And yet I would probably even tell other people about it, but I just forget. Let me call it forgetting. So I think like after our first year of marriage, or during the first year, I was like, you know what? I need to start verbalizing these things. Because people only feel as much loved as you tell them.
Yes.
If you don't say it, sometimes I'll look at my husband like, yeah, but my husband is what? In my mind, and I just leave it at that. But I was like, okay, what stops me from verbalizing it? You get? So now I had to become more and more intentional. You know, oh, you look good, oh, you do this, oh, I appreciate it when you do this for the kids, I appreciate it when you do this.
And
so
trust me, that once you say that, you know, the moment you started saying that, it made me, you know,
it encouraged.
It encouraged. I felt
and
loved.
You know, he told me that to surprise.
Yes, I felt loved. I was like, wow, okay, yeah. I think so. Majority of men, that's generally want also to be affirmed.
Yeah.
So I think those are the major. There are very many points that you can pick out there and see you merge and what. But those are the major. They are the key points that can really men need. Others will need more. So again, it's on a basis.
Personal basis. Get to know your spouse.
But these are the general rules that apply to every man. You only just need to know at what extent that this apply to my relationship. At what once every lady gets to know, every wife gets to know this, it eases up a lot.
Okay, thank you guys.
So
we have come to the end of our video. Thank you for joining us. Again, if it is your first time here, we are the Ekimas. Please subscribe, share, like, turn on that notification bell. And if you are a returning subscriber, we appreciate you, Real Fam. I want to shout out to our Real Fam. Mercy to Shabe. Is it to Shabe or to Mo? Is it to Shabe? We appreciate you, Real Fam. We were supposed to get you know, the names for the shout outs, but we didn't. But I just remembered, Mercy, we appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mercy. Thank you, Carol.
Thank you so much. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, Stella, for those comments. We appreciate those comments. Yes.
Yeah. Till next time, guys. We are the Ekimas, and we love you. Bye.
Bye. Let me have my drink, baby.